Hello everyone! Since, as you may or may not know, we are still waiting for some much needed parts for the S13, we ordered some parts that we didn't need for the S13. And today, in today's video, we are going to be unboxing those parts. Let's start with the first package. The first package, let's see what's in there. We already cut it open, so first thing, it's an old logo Nismo catalog. When we open it, we can see some suspension stuff, some steering wheels. So we have suspension and we also have some aero parts for the Sunny B12 for whatever reason, and that's the first catalog. Okay, let's set this aside. Then we take the second catalog, that's much thicker. We have S14, Senki. We have the R33, many models, also some speedometers from Nismo, also a big selection of shift knobs, some gauge holders, some alloy wheels, some strut bars, exhausts, suspension, some lowering springs, C32 brakes, we also have those on my car. Clutches, so whatever you needed for your car to upgrade it, Nismo basically had it in the 90s, and some stickers. And there's another Nismo catalog, it's mid-logo already, so it's after 98. And what's in there? There's the R34 already, some other cars, S14 Kuki, P11 Primera, Cedric, Stagia, another beautiful wheel with another beautiful hub. So very interesting, like a time travel to the past. And you may already be asking yourselves, why the hell is he showing us old Nismo catalogs? So as you might have already seen in the beginning of the video, there were multiple options for the S13 chassis from Nismo. And guess what? We've got all of them. And that's what today's video is going to be about. We're going to show you all Nismo factory parts for the S13 that we have got for this S13 project. So let's begin. Before I show you all of the Nismo parts, we are going to show you some other parts that we also got. Because, as you may or may not know if you own an S chassis yourself, one of the hardest parts to find new for the S chassis are the wheel speed sensors for the front subframe. And here they are. Just look at it, it's simply beautiful. So that was very important since my old ones were broken and we converted to 5-lug with the S15 hubs. And we needed new wheel speed sensors, so those came in very handy. And you cannot get those new from Nissan, so you have to get them somewhere else. And we were lucky enough to find some in decent condition in Japan. So, the next thing we got are new brackets for mounting the rear bumper, OEM from Nissan. When you look at it, here you can see that this was produced back in 1992. So that's some really new old stock. This one I think was also produced back then. No, this was produced in 2004 actually, so this is not that old, this is the older one. And we got those just because they were really cheap, and I always believe in better buy new than refurbish in most cases, so yeah, we got those also. So let's continue with the next few things we got. I'm not gonna give too much attention to them because if you want to see them, you can find them online easily. That's the concept poster of the design of the 180SX. Then we also got a 180SX concept catalog. And the coolest piece of those three, we got the original Nissan 200SX catalog from Europe. But the fun thing is, I bought it from Japan, okay? And now, what's even more funny, when you look inside it, it's German. I just had to buy it because a German catalog about a Japanese car for the European market, bought from Japan. Funny enough for me to buy it. So here we go. And then we got something random, just because it was cheap. And we had to ship some stuff anyway. Here, personal steering wheel, 350 millimeters, some good leather. When you look at it, the condition is like, I don't know, about a 5 or 6 out of 10. It's not perfect, but it's decent enough to rock it in a, well, okay car, I guess. Some winter car or something like that. The leather is good, just here and here. The stitching is not in that good condition and the leather is starting to wear down here. On the back side it's also very okay, I think. So maybe it's going to go into a future project car, or maybe it's just going to be displayed somewhere here around the workshop for decoration. Let's see, no idea yet. So then the next thing is also kind of random. And this is a Trust G-Ready shift knob, old logo. It's very decent condition. It's got a lot of weight to it, so amazing shift feel with that. It's for a 5-gear transmission H pattern with the reverse gear down and right. This has some wear, some fading from the sun shining onto it, so it's definitely been used in Japan. And if somebody doesn't like this wear on the shift knob, you can get those logos new from G-Ready, so you can swap them around. But I think I'll leave it like this, and this is maybe going to be sold in the future, resold, or maybe we are going to also use it as decoration. Let's see. So that's the last part of the non-Nismo stuff, and let's get to the good stuff now, shall we? So first the plan was to put a leather shift knob, such as this one in the S13, because the shift boot is also leather and that would fit very nicely. So I first got a Nismo mid-logo shift knob, this one, and it's in pretty decent condition. Just you have to put some textile color around here, around the logo, to make it perfect again, and maybe polish it some for it to be perfect. But I got thinking and I said, okay, that's mid-logo. Mid-logo is from 1998. This car is from 1990. That doesn't fit, so we have to get something fitting. But since it's also Nismo and I like collecting old Nismo stuff, I kept it. And maybe it's also going on display somewhere. And on my last Yahoo auction haul, on my last Yahoo auction spree, I got this shift knob also. So this is exactly the same one. It's also for M10 thread, so for S13, S14, S15, R32 to R34, I think Z32 also. And if you would like this mid-logo shift knob, I got some news for you, because this is going to be raffled away on our Instagram at downwerk. And if you want a chance to win this shift knob, just follow us on Instagram and we'll keep you updated in the stories.
And also subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's going to be one of the requirements for you to be able to win this shift knob. So, but we're going to share more about that. So let's put this one away. And let's get to the last mid-logo part. You may or may not know this one. This is the metal shift knob, which has, I think, 119 grams across all generations, if I'm not wrong. This is mid-logo also, and it also was very, very decently and reasonably priced, so I also had to get this for the collection or for resale. If somebody offers decent money for it, maybe I'll sell it to them, but only if I also like their car, because I'm not giving those parts to any kids messing around. So this one is the last mid-logo part, and let's get to all the old logo goodness. The first thing, old logo, I want to show you is this strut brace. You may or may not have already seen it, because it was already mounted in the engine bay of the car. We just took it out for this video for the sake of completeness. This is for the Japanese market 180SX, but only for the years 1989 and 1990, because this kink shows it fits the CA engine. The SR21 is shaped differently, and the SR20 was in the 180SX from 1991 to 1998. So this was only produced for 2 years, 2 production years of the car, so it's kind of rare. We got the front strut brace, so now we are going to also show you the rear old logo strut brace, which has not been restored yet. As you can see, there's some surface rust to it. The Nismo decal is missing here in the center, but as you can see, you can set it to different lengths. So you can have different stiffness of the chassis. And if you look at the end plates, here is also the Nismo old logo engraved. Here is also engraved. And the end plates of the front strut brace also have it, but they're on the car. So maybe we'll show you later, maybe not, let's see. So this is the second strut brace for the back. So let's get to the important things when you have a very nicely set up car with good suspension. You can drive it faster, you can push it to the limits, right? So what do we need? Right. We need a speedometer that can show us exactly how much we're going. So this is 260 kilometers an hour Nismo tachometer for the 180SX. Fits plug and play and is also old logo, as you can see here. So it wasn't offered like this, there was just the speedometer sold as a dial and you just swapped it onto your old one, but I bought the complete unit because for the sake of being easier to ship and it's not that much more expensive. I also got a very nice deal on this one. So we have the better speedometer. We can see how fast we're going now, but we also have to be able to control the car at those speeds. What do we need for that? Right. We need a very, very nice steering wheel. Some of you may know what this is, some of you may not yet, but I'm about to tell you. This is a Nismo 365A. It has a diameter of 365 millimeters. It's been produced by Nismo. The 365A was an aftermarket wheel. The 365B, the more famous cousin, was in the touring cars, the R32, the R33, and also in special models such as the 400R, R33 and the 270R S14. So this is its, let's call it smaller brother, less known cousin. And as you can see here, there's the big horn button inside. It was not like this when I got it, because there was this one. I just have to find it. I think it's here, yeah, sure. This one, it's a small horn button. This one is a fake, because when you look at the back of it, you can see 2 tabs for wires. On the original Nismo horns, there's only 1. So this one is fake anyway. So we had to get the real one. This one has 1 tab, and to make it a complete package, we also had to get a real Nismo hub for it. So this is the OEM hub that feeds. What makes it so special is there's 2 horn buttons on the back of the wheel, so you don't have to reach for the middle of the wheel while you're driving. If you want to honk at someone, just do it like this. So you don't have to reach here and lose your focus. And the thing is, those wires, they run here into the hub, and there's 2 separate holes in the hub, 2 separate drilled out holes. So you can put those wires through here. So this hub is specifically for this steering wheel, for the 365A or 365B, because those wheels are the only Nismo wheels that have those buttons on the back. So we got this one set up completely, and there was only one thing missing I needed for the interior of the car to unite all Nismo old logo parts in one car, and that's the shift knob. And that was a big problem for me, because the least rare part was the most difficult to get. But we managed to get it eventually. And here is the final part. 9 out of 10 condition, metal shift knob, 119 gram, Nismo old logo, almost no scratches, no signs of wear, and we also imported this one from Japan. Well, and that's it. That's every Nismo part except for some specific alloy wheels that was available for this car. And yeah, we got every single part of them. What's the plan now? We are going to finish the car first because we do not want to get this rare stuff dirty while working on the car, and you have to turn the wheel real quick. We do not want to use rare stuff like this, and it might get dirty in the process, and we do not want that at all. So we are going to put this in when the car is finished. And the next video about this car is some further finishing touches and maybe already the car getting its new ECU and then going to the dyno. And then afterwards we are going to show you install for all those parts. So that's going to be in the future also. Thanks for watching my part of the video, and I'm now going to film Manuel because he also has to tell you something, some exciting news. And don't forget about our giveaway of the shift knob. Follow us on Instagram at downwerk, and you might win this one if you want to win it. I think you want to win it because it's also rare. So yeah, see you there.
Okay, so hello from me as well. And as already mentioned by Tommy, I've got a nice teaser for you as well. So in the last Civic video, or in the Civic video before, I mentioned that there's a second project coming this winter. And for that project, I've also bought something in Japan, also on auctions. And I'm not gonna tell you for which car it is, but people that know the chassis well enough will know for what this thing is. So obviously it's a vent part. I don't know the correct word for it, but yeah. So it's got a nice swing function. So when you turn it on, the flaps will go automatically left and right. And tell me in the comments if you know for what car it is. And this car will hopefully be revealed soon, but we are still waiting for updates, so yeah. Have fun guessing what it is. All right, so I guess I'll just wrap up the video. Thank you for watching, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, like, share, whatever you feel to do, and see you next time.